I have Deepa who has called in from Bangalore with a query on PNB. Hi Deepa, what's your question?
Yeah, hello. I'm Deepa calling from Bangalore. My question is, I have bought PNB shares at an average of 350 rupees. And also I have 400 of SBI shares bought at...
1 second. So you have, your buy price in PNB is what?
350.
350 is the...
No, sorry, 185.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool, okay. And the other query is?
Yeah, SBI bought 400 shares at an average of 302.
Okay. And
I'm a short-term investor and can hold this stock up to a maximum of 1 year.
Okay.
So I want to know whether I have to hold these stocks or to exit.
Okay.
So if I exit, where can I put this money into?
Okay, fair enough. Mayuresh, what's your call on this? Actually, this year PNB has been the worst performing Nifty stock, so it's lost about 30% almost this year. SBI is not too far behind, but it hasn't done well this year. What's your take on both these stocks with a 1 year horizon? And if the call is to exit, then where can she put that money?
Again, clearly, Sumaira, I think the results have not been encouraging, specifically for PNB. Asset quality pressures probably have played out on the balance sheet, and for rightful reasons, because most of the restructured loans probably are coming from infra and steel, the mid-cap companies which probably operate out of these sectors, and the working capital constraints probably ensure that the cash flows don't come through, which results in higher NPAs. Having said that, probably I think the 5,550 odd crores of slippages that probably came through were much higher than what the markets were probably perceiving in the quarter gone by. And again, the management is probably guided that the next 2 quarters might be a little bit stressful in terms of asset quality. So in terms of pure GNPAs, I think at 6%, the net NPAs at around 3.8, 3.9% are ensuring probably that the NIMs of the banks are not expanding at the pace expected, and the slowdown in the credit growth is also reflecting on a lesser than expected NII growth. The only probable thing that is supporting PSU valuations is their low price to book ratios, and clearly I think Punjab National Bank at 0.8 FY17 looks very attractive on that ratio. So clearly I think if one probably assumes that credit growth will pick up, the credit cost at around 1.9% should start moderating over the next few quarters with structural rate cuts coming in. I think PNB should be able to exhibit some amount of lesser stress as far as asset quality is concerned. So again, I think our take is that you might probably need to extend your time horizon to 18 months or a couple of years. The asset quality pressures would continue for a couple of quarters, which would ensure that the banks probably do not outperform the bank Nifty overall, or generally the private space. So I think if you've got that amount of time horizon, hold on to PNB. We're extremely optimistic on State Bank. I think the results were extremely encouraging in the quarter gone by. And again, I think at 6.6% of their overall net stress loans compared to their overall advance book, I think it's quite commendable considering their balance sheet size. Again, the kind of FPO that the bank is probably drawing upon, I think it will be extremely value accretive for the bank going forward. And again, valuations, I think on a price to adjusted book at 1.4 times are not too expensive when I compare that to the private space. So though they have underperformed, probably if the investor can extend the time horizon, the banks probably can deliver over that larger time frame. So the advice would be probably hold on to the stock, but extend the time horizon to 18 months.
All right. So that's the advice for